Hello out there, and get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here with you, alongside Grant Hill and Coach Dan Van Gundy, and the fourth member of our crew, Allie LaForce, reporting from the sidelines. And let's take a look now at some numbers for Kobe White.
And he's been outstanding offensively as of late. These last 5 games, he's been a beast at the offensive end. A different level scorer than he had been earlier in the season. Let's see if he can keep it up.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Utah Jazz. We've got Kobe White. Aaron Gordon is out there with Holmgren. Then it's Jaden McDaniels, and it's Barrett in a shooting guard. And for Denver, Zion Williamson out there with Herb Jones. Then it's Austin Reeves. Then there's Miles Turner, and it's Wagner in at the 2. Stan, on the tail end of a back-to-back, tired legs can be a factor.
Yet fatigue as part of a long NBA season, and to me, it's the veteran guys who know how to be successful even when they're not at 100% that do the best in these situations.
Now here's Reeves. Fires the 3, drains the triple.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
White against Jones. White, the pass to Gordon. And Gordon with the big finish.
Well, Gordon does his job on the screen and gets rewarded with the bucket.
Inside, here's Turner. McDaniels with the rebound. Reeves against Barrett. Back to White. Knocked loose. And stolen by Jones. First quarter of play, a minute in. Williamson against White. Back to Jones. Up and over Gordon. And that one no good to start off the night. Williamson against McDaniels. Outside White. Back to Barrett. Fires the 3. Drills it from deep.
You love when Barrett starts to feel it from downtown.
The Nuggets have gone 1 for 3 so far. Wagner, the pass to Reeves. Back to Wagner. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now here's White. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. He was unstoppable. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Five to shoot. There's the triple. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. For Denver, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Well, Stan, you talk about a late bloomer. Kobe White has shown that he might be just that.
Well, Brian, everything has come together for him. He's improved on defense. He's improved his decision-making. He got that second contract and a bigger role, and he is playing great.
And he might have the best hair in the NBA. He misses the free throw. Well, the Jazz are one of just 10 NBA franchises to never win a championship, Grant.
Yeah, you know, it's so hard to believe considering they had the 4th best winning percentage in NBA history. Think about it. If it weren't for one Michael Jordan, they'd probably have 2 rings.
And he's good on the second. And Michael Malone's late father, Brendan, an assistant under you in Orlando, Stan. What a fantastic coaching family, the Malones.
Certainly is. Michael's one of the best in the game, and his father, Brendan, was a mentor not only to Michael, but to many of us in coaching. And he embodied the saying that he had forgotten more basketball than most of us would ever know.
Utah's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Michael Malone and I spoke for a few minutes. We were talking about Chet Holmgren, the versatility at both ends, and Coach pointed out one thing in particular, saying that Chet has the ability to create for himself. He's a tremendous ball handler for his size. He has great footwork, and he stays on balance. He knows it's going to take a team effort defensively.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Here's Williamson, following the bucket by Utah. To the inside. And Wagner gets it to go on the assist by Reeves. Wagner's gotten his second bucket. For Utah, they've gone 3 of 4, off to a nice start. Barrett against Wagner. Now here's White, guarded closely. 6 to shoot. And Turner with the block.
An impressive shot blocker. Turner's combination of size and timing on defense is so valuable.
Wagner on the wing, guarded by Barrett. And it's Wagner missing. Utah leading. Now here's Barrett, 15 in his last outing. Launches it from deep. The rebound by Turner. And Reeves has got the ball here for the Nuggets. They defeated Milwaukee in their...
Wow! Well, we'll never get tired of those dunks from Zion.
Ooh, a great look there. Brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. On offense, here's Utah. Here's Barrett. He's got 5. Pass to Holmgren. The 3 is up. Utah with another miss.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Jones, the pass to Reeves. With the floater. Can't get it to drop.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Back to Daniels. Gordon with a screen on Jones to the middle. And Gordon with the big finish.
Well, Aaron Gordon able to use all his athleticism on that one.
And so it's Michael Malone here calling timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And looking at the stats since the All-Star break, here are the teams who have done a remarkable job rebounding the ball. Denver, 3rd. The 4th spot held by Utah.
Yeah, since the break, these teams have been awesome on the boards, doing a great job boxing out.
The Nuggets trail. Outside Jones. Turner passes to Jones. And he goes in for the dunk.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
So it's Utah now, after the Nuggets picked up a basket just a moment ago. Here's McDaniels, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Well, smart idea from McDaniels, looking to convert inside.
Outside Jones. Back to Wagner. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Wagner's got 6.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
Outside Barrett. Gordon outside. 4-3. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one.
Well, he's not an elite three-point shooter, but Gordon makes just enough threes to be a threat from out there.
Reeves with the ball. Now guarded by Barrett. Knocked away. And it's out of bounds to the Nuggets as Denver retains possession. For the Nuggets, Bagley's checked in for Zion Williamson, and Jalen Green subbed in for Reeves. Wagner against McDaniels. Shot clock at 5. Puts up a deep 3. And it's Wagner missing.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
White, good.
You gotta commend the concentration White showed there. He doesn't get thrown off kilter easily.
Outside Jones. Wagner outside. Pass to Jones. Outside, Green. From the arc. Utah grabs the miss. Last time they met in Salt Lake City.
Well, in this last matchup, they captured the win in large part because their backups provided a lot of the scoring punch.
And they came away with the win last time in large part due to their depth. Great game from their bench.
Now here's McDaniels. Looking at his numbers, currently he's averaging around 9 points a game. No dice from the high post. Nuggets trail by 4. Outside Jones. Pass to Wagner. Barrett against Green. Turner, a screen on Barrett. Here's Green, and he banks in the layup.
Using the pick there, Green saw the opening and let it fly.
For Utah, they've gotten 7 of their first 12 shots to go. And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And the Nuggets making a change here. Koulibaly's checked in. Barnes with it. Green picks him up to the paint. Pass to Holmgren. Markkanen with it. Outside, Williams. Nails it from 3. And the Jazz lead by 5.
Yeah, really nice to see Markkanen keeping his head up and finding the open teammate.
Maybe the results haven't been there in recent seasons, but the Jazz have an exciting young core, Coach.
Yeah, they do, B.A. They've focused on youth, and some of those guys are developing into very good players. If this core stays in place and gels and they can add to it a little bit, watch out for this Jazz team.
The kick out to Williams. No good from outside. And it's Green with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. It's a 5-point game. Pass to Coulibaly. Here's Wagner. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It goes on Aaron Gordon.
Well, look, I really appreciate how Franz Wagner does a little of everything. Along with plenty of scoring, he's a multi-dimensional player.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. Will stand in the highly competitive West. The Denver Nuggets continue to distinguish themselves.
Well, Brian, they are unquestionably a top team in their conference, and they're proof that smart front office decisions and patience really pays off in the long run.
And the second free throw is good. Stan, another head coach from the Greg Popovich tree. Will Hardy, who started his career in San Antonio.
And there have been a lot of successful guys that have come through the Spurs organization. Will Hardy is just another one who is developing into an outstanding NBA coach.
Now here's Barnes, still without a bucket. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Markkanen. Adams grabs the miss. Nuggets trail by 4. Green in the post, working on Williams. Boucher a screen on Gordon, down low. And Boucher the bucket on the assist by Wagner.
Well, the playmaking ability of Wagner is special. He can cut apart defenses with his passing skills.
Here's Markkanen. And he gets that one. And the Jazz lead by 4.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Wagner against Gordon. And here's Green from the arc. Buries it from 3. Green's gotten his second bucket on the night.
You love the confidence Green has. He wastes no time going up with the shot.
It's Markkanen on the wing. Over Boucher. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Reeves with the ball. He's picked up by Barnes. Barnes against Reeves. Wagner for 3. No good. 3 for 6 shooting in this game. Utah's gone 3 of 7 from beyond the arc in the first. Pass to Barnes. Gordon outside. Now Markkanen. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
Wagner, the pass to Reeves. Now here's Wagner. Lets the 3 fly. And that bucket makes him 4 for 7 today. Good production.
Look, that's the readiness of Wagner. He's prepared to shoot the moment he catches the ball.
Pass to Holmgren from behind the arc. That's it. Coming off an assist from Barnes.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Wagner finds Boucher. Now Reeves. He's guarded by Barnes. Adams with a screen on Barnes. From deep, Reeves. Barnes with the rebound. Gordon outside. To the middle. The kick out to Williams. Another 3 for Utah.
Boy, oh boy. Both teams lighting it up to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their teams.
And that does it for the first quarter. Utah ahead, up by 4, and back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Utah.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And what's more, they're getting their feet wet down there in the paint early on. Not shying away at all, taking it inside. What a great way to start.
On the floor for Utah, getting going in the second. Barnes is out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then there's McDaniels. Then it's Coby White. And it's Barrett in at the 2. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today, but you can't make it that obvious.
Outside Bagley. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention. Utah leading by 4. Now White. The ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Jones. On the wing, Green. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
And Markkanen with the stuff.
Well, you can't forget that Markkanen is an accomplished dunker.
Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. And there's the rejection. McDaniels against Reeves. Takes a 13-footer, and there's another one for the Jazz. Well, Stan, every franchise has their guy. What kind of things do you want your franchise player to exhibit?
Well, Brian, here's what people have to understand. The culture of your team is determined by your best player. If you want a hardworking, unselfish, competitive team, that best player, that franchise guy, has to embody those things.
Pass to Barnes. And stolen by Bagley. Back come the Nuggets on the run from deep. Reeves. Here's Adams. And good work on the boards as they picked up the second chance points. Adams has gotten his first points in this one. Inside. Here's Barrett. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. And the Jazz lead by 5.
And I love the confidence from Barrett. He enjoys finding room inside and capitalizing.
Pass to Reeves. The 3. He buries it from 3. Reeves has got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Reeves against Barrett. His 4th make in 5 tries. Solid start for him.
Such a gutsy player. Barrett takes on challenging defenders in style and stays in control.
And timeout is called by Michael Malone. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Well, that's the job, right? Your duty as a coach is to finesse your lineups so your guys get the best chance to succeed.
All right, let's take a moment to appreciate some of the NBA's toughest defensive teams. Utah, second.
Where this team really makes an impact is on the defensive end. They're a unified front that doesn't make it easy at all to find open looks.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. And here's Green from the arc. Barnes with the rebound.
Yeah, those shots from him are certainly not helping their case.
You know, Grant, an underrated area of improvement for Scotty Barnes has been his defense.
You're spot on, BA. I mean, we've seen an elevated intensity from him on that end. Finding more denials, attacking the ball, really proving himself as an effective stopper.
Outside, Green. Back to Reeves. The three is rebounded by Barrett.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. White drives in. Pass to Barnes. Back to White. Over Green. White can't hit.
Well, playing his role to perfection. Using his size to control the glass for his team.
And here is Green. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Aaron Gordon.
And the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. That's not what you want, and I'm sure it's something he's well aware of.
A different look for Denver. Turner, he's checked in for Adams. Zion Williamson comes in for Bagley. And Wagner subbed in for Reeves. Outside White. Markkanen from long range. Ooh, Markkanen confident from long range.
Yeah, look, you know Markkanen has this kind of range. That defense has got to get out on him.
Turner against Markkanen. Now here's Turner. The D's right on him. Wagner outside. 5 on the clock. Over McDaniels. And another miss by Denver.
It can be tough to find space in the mid-range area. Probably should have passed that one up.
Barrett against Green. Now here's Markkanen. Defense right on him. Here's Barrett. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Austin Reeves is checked in for the Nuggets. And Barrett, no good on that one. Stan, a late first-round pick in 2020. Jaden McDaniels, one of the top young two-way players in the league.
Well, Brian, last season he was rewarded with a big money extension. His play tailed off just a bit, but still a key player for them moving forward.
And it's Wagner missing. Jazz leading by 9. And here is Barrett. 11 points in the game. Outside White. Hits the trifecta. White's got 7 points.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
And so it's Michael Malone here calling timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Well, Stan, perhaps the best home court advantage in the league is right here in Denver, a mile above sea level.
And Brian, they don't let you forget it. Everywhere you go, you see signs, 5,280. Sometimes they even have it on their uniforms, on the court, on signs in the locker room. They want you to know that you're at elevation and it's going to be difficult.
Fatigue is always a factor in Denver. Turner, passes to Wagner. Here's Williamson, right side Reeves. Williamson with a screen on Barrett, and here's Turner from the arc. And again, it's Denver missing.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Barrett against Williamson. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Grant, a big reason for Utah to be excited about the future. Their young head coach, Will Hardy.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he's had this team competitive after trading away both Mitchell and Gobert. And I love how Hardy has developed guys like Lauri Markkanen.
The free throw drops for Barrett. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes a legal guarding position would help players and officials.
And Barrett drops them both.
And he's showing a little more aggressiveness, getting himself to the line here in the second quarter.
Williamson passes to Turner. Knocks it loose, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Markkanen. And here's what the Utah Jazz schedule looks like. On Monday, they'll be facing Bradley Beal and the Charlotte Hornets. And then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the Houston Rockets.
You hear this all the time, but a road trip is a great chance for a team to build chemistry on and off the court. Chemistry matters a lot in the NBA, and a trip like this can bring a team together.
Green's checked in for Reeves. Williamson with a screen on Barrett. On the wing, Jones. It's stolen by Barnes. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take two from the free throw line. That's on Franz Wagner.
Well, McDaniels is a physical player. He doesn't mind getting roughed up a bit while trying to score.
Utah shooting their 6th and 7th free throw shots in the game. That one's off.
Yeah, they're really cashing in more at the line here in the second quarter.
And he's good on the second.
A defensive ace. Jaden McDaniels gets the toughest perimeter assignment every night, using his length, athleticism, and effort to frustrate opponents.
Nice shot by Turner.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Barrett against Wagner. Markkanen outside. There's the three. Now shooting 50% for the game. He's 4 for 8.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Wagner outside. On the wing, Green. McDaniels covering. Oh, my goodness!
What a dunk!
When you can put a defender on skates like Green can, you know your moves are pretty good.
Outside Barrett. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Looking at the 2K leaderboard, now that we're into the second half of the season, these are the teams that have been grabbing steals and converting on the other end. The Jazz in second.
Their enthusiasm on defense since the break has been fun to watch, making plenty of trouble for the offense and reaping the rewards on the other end.
First one falls for him.
And with Barrett, we know he can score the ball. Now he must focus on becoming a better passer and facilitator.
Holmgren, he's checked in for Utah. That one misses. Coach, what's the challenge of NBA travel like?
Well, look, all of us in the NBA just have to come clean on this. We travel on first-class charters. We're taken care of as well as you can possibly be taken care of. It's just that there's a lot of travel in an NBA season, and if you're on the coast, you probably feel it a little bit more even than the teams in the middle of the country.
Here's McDaniels. Soft touch off the glass. McDaniels got 6.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on, they're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And here's Green from the arc. McDaniels with the rebound. McDaniels got 5 rebounds in the game.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense. And timing like this will serve Holmgren well, leaping at the exact right moment for the alley-oop.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
We've seen scoring totals increasing, and fans might appreciate it, but NBA VP and head of basketball ops Joe Dumars said, quote, "I think what fans really want to see is incredible competition. The score is secondary to that. And guys, you talk about competing, Joe D brought it at both ends of the floor."
No doubt about that. Well said, Allie. And this will be his 3rd and 4th free throws of the game here.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good. Wagner. A different look for Utah. Markkanen comes in for White, and it's Gordon in for McDaniels. And both free throws good for Wagner. Barrett with it. 14 points for him. Markkanen with a screen on Wagner. Here's Barrett. Rebounded by Denver.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
Wagner for 3. Utah grabs the miss. Barrett's got 4 rebounds in the game. Gordon outside. Outside Barrett. Markkanen looking it over. Back to Barrett. Clock at 6. No good with the triple.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Wagner against Barrett. Wagner left side. Pass to Turner. Wagner with it. Guarded by Barrett. The Nuggets need to get one up. Launches a 3. Rejected by Holmgren.
Wow, I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren loves swatting away shots just like this.
Gordon with a screen on Wagner. Here's Barrett. The rebound by Turner. And so it's Williamson who brings up the ball for Denver. Down by 15. Minnesota will be traveling to face him after this game, and they'll be nearing the end of their 5-game homestand. Wagner against Barnes. Markkanen outside. Pass to Holmgren. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. The second effort, and he sinks the layup. Holmgren's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And this is what Coach wants to see from Holmgren. Outworking the defense to get a second chance look.
You know, after sitting out his first pro year due to a foot injury, Chet Holmgren was well worth the wait, Grant.
Yes, he was. And Chet was actually guarding LeBron during a summer Pro-Am game when he hurt his foot. But Chet was a monster his rookie year, already an elite shot blocker.
Outside Barrett. To the inside. Markkanen inside. Green covering. That one's good for 2. Markkanen's got 12.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Green against Barnes. Wagner for 3. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Green's got 5 assists tonight.
That's his second triple this quarter after hitting one earlier. This is how you space the floor.
Screen by Gordon. Here's Barrett. Pass to Gordon. And Gordon with the big finish.
Oh, the crazy athleticism of Gordon. It makes him a great option in pick-and-roll action.
Wagner with a screen on Barnes. A clear look for Green. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got 4 rebounds now. Barrett finds Barnes. Kicks it out to Markkanen. The 3, Barrett. No good. Good if it goes. No luck on that one. And so it's Utah liking their chances, ending the quarter with a 15-point lead. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Well, I'm here with Mike Malone, and Coach, dribble penetration has been a problem for you. How do you creep back into this game?
Yeah, they came out, punched us in the mouth. We just have to do a better job one-on-one containment. And when somebody does get beat, somebody's got to provide help. Right now, we're just playing Olay defense, and they're killing us.
You'll have to throw the punch first in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half.
Hey folks, happy you joined us. The action tonight, a bit wild and a big deficit now for the Denver Nuggets.
The defense has been trash. That is, if you can call it defense. I call it being lazy.
Yeah, it's lazy, Shaq. They've been outworked, and you got to beat them to the basketball. That's the kind of team that you want to have. And so far, they haven't answered the bell.
And changing it up, my favorite segment, social media posts. So Frisco Kev inquires, if you could pick any era to play in, which would it be?
Let me play back in the early days.
I like to see that too. The way early days when dunking was illegal. You might need to work on your fadeaway, big fella.
Yeah, my fadeaway is better than yours, Kenny.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. When you look at Franz Wagner, what a contribution.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
Utah leading by 15. We've got Herb Jones. Wagner is out there with Austin Reeves. Then there's Zion Williamson, and it's Turner in at the 5 down low. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Denver is shooting at 45% of the game so far. Jones from outside gets the 3 ball to go. Jones has got 5 points.
Well, Jones likes the corner shot. He's put in the work to get fairly consistent from that area.
White against Jones. White the pass to Gordon. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. He's got 12.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Here's McDaniels. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Herb Jones picks one up.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And growing up in California, Stan, when did you first fall in love with the game of basketball?
Well, Brian, my dad coached for a long time, And I just remember going to his practices and going to his games. I can't remember a time where I didn't love the game.
The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for McDaniels. And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. Outside Reeves. Back to Wagner. Over McDaniels. And it's Wagner missing.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Barrett with it. Turner covering. 13 feet out. The Jazz again can't hit.
Well, that miss was caused by the defense. They were all over him.
Pass to Jones. Here's Williamson. Doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Holmgren. And so it's White with it. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Williamson passes to Wagner. Outside Reeves to halt the run. He drops it from range. Reeves has got 12 points.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Barrett passes to White. Holmgren with a screen on Jones. White. And it's Utah scoring again.
Yeah, showing good offensive instincts. White knew that was his shot to take.
Timeout, timeout.
And so it's Michael Malone here calling timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
Maybe bring a team next time, Nuggets.
And it's the 2K leaderboard. The block leaders in the NBA second half of the season. Second, Chet Holmgren.
Tough to take the ball inside against him. His focus right now is at another level.
Wagner, left side. Knocked loose. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Pass to Barrett. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Williamson looking around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside Jones. Takes the three. That one's in. Coming off a nice dish from Williamson. Jones has got 8.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now. Yeah, the defense making it way too easy for Holmgren. got to push him farther out than this.
Wagner outside. Barrett against Reeves. And the Nuggets getting another bucket to fall.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Holmgren with a screen on Wagner. Barrett against Wagner. Outside Barrett. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Yeah, the aggressive mindset of Barrett. Looking to score and force defenses into difficult situations.
5 attempts for him at the line tonight. He's made 3.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Good on both.
And man, looking good from the line so far this half.
Nuggets trail by 17. Reeves, the pass to Wagner. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Jazz.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
Well, they've also been impressive, forcing a ton of mistakes. Not only that, but converting those mistakes into points on the other end.
Free throw good, Wagner. Now here's Barrett. 16 points for him. Outside White. Inside. And stolen by Williamson. To the middle. Here's Jones. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
What a smart play by Jones. Staying with his motion and just letting the defense come and foul him.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight. That's good from Jones.
Well, you know, every team wants multiple Herb Jones on their roster. He can really shoot it, and Herb's wing defense is just elite.
And so he hits both.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
White looking it over to the paint. Here's Barrett. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. Barrett's got 18.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
Wagner outside. Reeves against Barrett. The shot. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. He's got 16.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
You love to see it. Barrett operating the pick and roll like a surgeon.
Coach, it's interesting to watch the career path of Aaron Gordon. He's gone from one role in his previous stop, then he arrives to the Nuggets in a completely different role there.
Yeah, Brian, he's become more of a third or fourth guy, and he's embraced the change. Everybody wants to be that number one or number two guy, but you've got to play a role to be a winner in this league.
And it's resulted in championships.
It sure has.
Shooting 2.
No good on that one. He hits the second from the line. And Reeves has got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. 15-point game. Reeves with a screen on McDaniels. Back to Reeves. Oh, deflected. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. It's Barrett on the wing. Down low. Nice pass. Nice catch. And a resounding dunk.
What bounce from McDaniels, just leaping into the air for that dunk.
Wagner outside. Shot on the wing. The rebound by the Jazz.
Yeah, you have to knock those down. Open shots inside the arc are rare in this league.
To the inside. And that one is stuffed right through.
He is an all-world dunker. Gordon with the monster jam.
And that replay courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Nuggets trail by 19. Outside Reeves. Pass to Wagner. It's his first trip to the line.
Yeah, free throws were an issue for him in their last contest. He just couldn't find the mark.
That free throw no good.
Yeah, you have to really appreciate Williamson's fire and tenacity on the court. Players like him get everyone to increase their intensity.
Green's checked in for the Nuggets. And he sinks the second.
Yeah, the physical abilities of Zion are truly next level. His build, his strength, I mean, it makes him difficult to defend and totally unique.
Back to Daniels from outside the arc. Connects from downtown. McDaniels got 15.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the third quarter.
Williamson passes to Wagner. Picked by Williamson. Wagner inside, working on McDaniels. Williamson, it's good on the putback.
Yeah, I love the activity there from Zion. He was all over that rebound.
Barrett up top, defended by Wagner. Barrett can't hit.
Yeah, not his best night in terms of shot selection. Lucky for him, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Wagner with it, now guarded by Barrett. Turner for three, and it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got 5 rebounds in the game. Barrett passes to White, back to Barrett. Here's Holmgren, shoots, and yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one. He's got 11.
And there's nowhere on the floor where Holmgren can't do damage. He's put a ton of pressure on the D with his jump shot.
Turner against Holmgren. And here's Green from the arc. Knocks down the long J.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
And it's Holmgren missing. Nuggets trail by 18. Here's Williamson. And that comes off the assist by Green. Green's got 6 assists here tonight.
Well, that contact does nothing to Zion.
Timeout.
He's just way too strong.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. He wants to review the game plan. With this break, let's bring up the teams who've been clicking offensively over the last month. Fourth, Denver.
Well, their offensive efficiency has been incredible. It's why no one wants to play them right now.
Barnes feeling it out a bit. Driving to the basket. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It'll be on Zion Williamson.
And that's a pretty savvy move by Barnes, pulling the defender into him.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Barnes.
Yeah, this guy is so key for this team. Barnes with so many valuable minutes night in and night out.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. Nuggets trail by 17. Wagner outside. Got a piece of it.
Well, that's a great job by Markkanen, using his 7-foot frame. You forget how long he is.
Boy, he overdid it there. Too much force on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant one.
Ooh, hard foul. Can't let him get away with that level of contact.
That's a simple call for the officials to make. Everyone knows the league is cracking down on that kind of intimidation tactic. First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws.
In the second half, their free throw percentage has improved, hitting in the low 80s now.
And Denver will go for a different look here. Adams checked in for Turner. Bagley comes in for Zion Williamson. Koulibaly, he's checked in for Jones. And Reeves is subbed in for Wagner. Markkanen right side. Fires it from 18. Takes a three. That's in. Coming off an assist from Barnes. Barnes has got 3 assists in the game.
Well, Markkanen keeps the defense off balance with the quick trigger.
They set the pick. Green for 3. The rebound by Markkanen.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
I like watching Barnes challenge defenses like this, earning these calls in the process.
This will be his 3rd trip to the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Barnes. Both shots good from the stripe. Here's Green. 10 points for him. To the middle. Here's Reeves. And no good. The dry spell continues.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
The 3 from Barnes. And it's Bagley with a rebound. Denver's gotten 12 of their points this quarter from deep. 4 of 6. Reeves, the pass to Adams. Inside. Outside Reeves. Adams a screen. Just 5 to shoot. Sends it home from three-point land. Reeves has got 19 points.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
The three, Barrett. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Well, and after making just one triple going into the break, he's still looking for his first make from distance here in the second half.
And it's slammed in by Adams.
And whenever Adams is aggressive on offense, it helps big time, especially when he's dunking it hard inside.
Markkanen outside, beyond the arc. Rebounded by Green.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Reeves, the pass to Bagley. That one falls. Bagley's got his first bucket in this one.
It's interesting. They definitely had more three-point attempts in the first half. Not sure why they went away from it.
Pass to Carrington. Markkanen with a screen on Green. Here's Carrington. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to go on Jalen Green.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Second free throw, no good. And it's Green with the ball for Denver. They trail by 18. Pass to Adams. Here's the 3. And it's Coulibaly missing. Well, the Jazz shooting a fantastic 57%. Barnes passes to Markkanen. Here's Carrington. Coulibaly defending. Barnes a screen. Here's Carrington. Utah with another miss. Now Reeves. And so it's Utah feeling confident. 18-point lead to end that quarter. And they've racked up a ton of turnovers. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth. We've got Lauri Markkanen, Kobe White out there with Williams. Then there's Barnes, and it's Holmgren in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Adams with a screen on Williams. Pulls it. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Jones against White. Pass to Markkanen. That shot makes him 7 for 14. He's been good tonight.
Yeah, he's not just a perimeter shooter. Markkanen will take it right at you.
Green, the pass to Jones. Bagley with it. On the wing, Reeves. Over Williams. The shot by Reeves, no good. Utah leading by 18. Pass to Williams. Markkanen outside. Outside, Williams. It's Markkanen on the wing. And it's out of bounds to the Jazz as Utah retains possession.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Markkanen with a screen on Jones. Markkanen outside. Takes a three. Sinks it from distance. Markkanen's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, after dropping in 2 triples in the first half, he's now matched that mark here in the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more of those.
Green. Uneasy, too, on the layup.
And fighting his way through. Green not afraid in there with the big boys.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Outside, Williams. The three-pointer off the mark.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. The first free throw is good. Both good from the line that time.
They've definitely made free throws look easy here in the second half.
Jazz leading by 17. Back to Barnes. The three. The shot no good. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Reeves, the pass to Green. Now here's Bagley. From 7 feet, and the bucket is good.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Williams, a screen on Jones. Markkanen outside. Releases. Oh, the swat by Adams.
Oh, a fantastic defender. Adams embraces his role on this team as their defensive anchor.
Green against Barnes. Outside Reeves. Bagley, a screen on Williams. To the paint. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Outside, Williams. Markkanen outside. Gets the three to fall. Markkanen's got 23.
Well, we have seen Markkanen accept more and more responsibility over time. What a dominant scorer.
And here's Reeves outside. Utah grabs the miss. Markkanen's got 4 rebounds now. Barnes against Bagley. From deep, Holmgren. That's in. Coming off an assist from Barnes. Barnes has got his 4th assist in this one.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Reeves against Williams. Now here's Green, tightly guarded.
Just an intelligent play there from Green. I mean, baiting the defense with that great pump fake.
And he knocks down the first one.
And for Green, it's about trying to be consistent. He has talent, and he needs to play to his strengths.
For the Nuggets, Miles Turner, he's checked in for Adams. Williamson comes in for Bagley. And Franz Wagner's subbed in for Reeves. And both free throws good for Green. And White has got the ball here for the Jazz. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Markkanen outside. Barnes passes to Holmgren. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Williamson on the wing. Green. Williamson with it. Pass to Jones. Now here's Williamson. Over Holmgren. Williamson misses. Jazz leading by 17. Barnes finds Williams. White on the wing. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Grant, how about Coby White? Going from a bench player to one of the league leaders in minutes.
Yeah, Kobe played more than 35 minutes per game last season. Top 10 in the league. We saw White hit another level, so he has an exciting future in front of him.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
Well, it took a little while, but White has established himself as a big-time scorer, and he does it from all 3 levels.
Bagley's checked in for Denver. Reeves comes in for Green. White hits them both. So it's Denver now. 19-point game. Here's Reeves. Left side Bagley. Back to Reeves. Turner, a screen on Barrett. Reeves against Barrett. Here's Turner. Rejected by Holmgren. Outside Barrett. And there's McDaniels. That one's good on the assist by Barrett. And the Jazz lead by 21. There's a screen by Turner. To the inside. Outside Bagley. Wagner, the pass to Reeves. Here's Bagley. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
And B.A., he takes his rebounding so seriously.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Yeah, as you know, as Holmgren adds weight and strength year after year, he just becomes a bigger problem for opponents.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Holmgren. Hey, Grant, when you look at the mentality of today's players, what are the differences from back in your day?
Well, B.A., through the wonders of technology, players interacting more directly with their fans and telling their own stories. Also, there's a brotherhood. It's a bit more brotherly, with players on different teams more friendly than in days past. And, you know, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
And it's Wagner missing.
Well, 3 triples in the first half, but he seems to have gone cold from distance since the break.
Jones against White. Fires the 3. Denver grabs the miss. Williamson's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Pass to Wagner. Outside, Green. Pure from 3-point range.
Well, he's going back to the arc. He might be building some momentum from range here in the second half.
And here's Holmgren. Turner covers. Holmgren against Turner. White for 3. Utah with another miss. Nuggets trail by 18. Williamson outside. Utah grabs the miss. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Hornets at Spectrum Center in Charlotte. That'll be the second game of a 5-game road trip. And count it! The shot is good, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, you can see White's confidence continue to grow on shots like these, just sticking it to the defense.
Stan, you've always been known as the style police. We're used to seeing the home team in white, but you look around the league now, there's a lot more variety.
Yeah, and that's before you even get to the neon shoes some of these guys are wearing. The NBA palette, Brian, has gotten a lot more adventurous.
One shot.
That's good from White. Nuggets trail by 21. Williamson outside. Let's go with a three. And again, Denver with a three.
Well, they're behind, but it's certainly not because of him. He's doing everything he can. He just needs more help from his teammates.
Holmgren with a screen on Wagner. Here's Barrett. And that one drops. Barrett's got 21 points in the game.
Yeah, this is the kind of scorer Barrett can be. When he's playing to his strengths, he can catch fire.
Wagner with a screen. Out to the right wing. Here's Williamson. And good as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Williamson's got 10 points in just the second half. Jones against White. Outside Barrett. From outside the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Well, it's only his second three of the night. If he's going to heat up, the second half is a great time to do it.
Pass to Turner. Turner, a screen on Barrett. Green, the pass to Turner. And stolen by Holmgren. Barrett with it. Green picks him up. Outside White. Will stand the minimum games threshold for postseason awards. It seems to be working as a motivator.
Well, especially, Brian, because those awards can impact player contracts. So that benchmark, 65 games, about 80% of the schedule, that's a bar that players are looking to surpass.
Do you like the 65 games, or would you like to see a different number?
I mean, I think it's great. If anything, I'd like to see it higher.
And timeout is called by Michael Malone, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, R.J. Barrett.
You'd think he was playing the one spot with all those assists. Now, coaches have to love a player on the floor who has that kind of skill set. It's made their offense that much more dynamic in this game.
Well, he's getting in a groove at the perfect time, just as they're getting ready to do battle in the postseason. Turner, a screen on McDaniels. Shot clock at 6. And the bucket counts, and he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. Free throw no good for Wagner. Stan, there are lots of loud arenas in the NBA. What was the toughest place for you to win?
Well, Brian, it was against whoever had the best players on the other side.
And there's a 3-second violation. And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
Yeah, good offense comes from great defense. This lead is only getting stronger with plays like that.
Nuggets trail by 21. Williamson passes to Turner. And here is Green. Williamson outside. Wagner with a screen on Gordon. Wagner outside. Just 5 on the clock. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Now White. Pass to Gordon. Now McDaniels. Holmgren inside. Turner covers. And Holmgren with the basket on the assist by McDaniels. McDaniels got 3 assists in the game.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Jazz.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And the wins have been piling up for them. Tonight will be their 58th of the year.
And it's clear who the better team is. They sweep the 4-game season series, just dominating them.
And as most people predicted, the defense, even though they were keying on him, had no answers for R.J. Barrett.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
And White has got the ball here for Utah. There's 21 seconds left in the final quarter. Connects on the 17-footer.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
And here's Wagner. And so it's Utah easily grabbing this one. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And now let's check in with Allie LaForce with the player of the game. Allie.
Thanks so much. RJ, a great effort tonight. How is this team continuing to grow?
We're playing defense and we're moving the ball. Everybody's in double figures, everybody's scoring, everybody's playing together. That's how you win.
When the ball's going in, things tend to turn into a victory. Thanks so much, RJ.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And let's reveal our player of the game, R.J. Barrett.